Thanks for listening to the AC12 podcast, proudly presented by Little Caesars. Code free classic, free pepperoni pizza with a pizza purchase that is not cheese or pepperoni. Code free classic, free crazy combo with any pizza purchase. All right, now with Jason Shear, we are joined by the great Sean Keeler from the Denver Post.
Great.
Yes, the great. Hello, Sean Keeler. How are you doing?
Hello, gentlemen. I'm great. Greater than can't be as great as the introduction you just gave. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
That's a big bar to reach this early in the day for me.
That's what we are here for. So let's talk about it. First of all, talk about, and you've been ahead of the curve on this one, big time ahead of the curve. What's going on with Colorado football this year, and how has it turned into what it's turned into?
Well, I know we've got that's about 3 podcasts.
Yeah,
to go into the hyper finer points of the Dion era. It's inconsistent. I mean, it's consistently inconsistent. This is, if you took the name off the front of the jersey and the name off the door of the coach's office, you would say this is a team that looks like it hasn't always practiced together, doesn't have the chemistry, doesn't have the cohesion, which isn't that uncommon in the portal era, obviously, as we know. That this is now the free agency is here. Everybody's kind of starting over every year from scratch. But when you have a coach who's battled the health issues that he has and openly has not been as involved physically, at least through the spring and summer and into the early fall as some of his peers, you're playing catch up. And this has been a team that has been playing catch up pretty much from day one. Now, you can say that Georgia Tech game and say, well, it might have been the best game they played all year. They're running with the top 15 team. Yeah, after the first quarter and a half, they weren't running quite as fast as I recall on that one. So it's just been a constant state of being on the back foot, and therefore being really, really inconsistent, which is the mark of a team with that many new faces, especially in critical areas that lost maybe 2 of the best 5 players in college football last year and hasn't really replaced them. I mean, we make it sound like it's that simple, but isn't it really? I mean, maybe from afar it is from you guys when you see it. There just isn't a Travis Hunter and there just isn't a Shedeur Sanders here, period.
Now, as far as Dion goes and just kind of, how he's run things, he's obviously been very he has not liked any form of criticism, really, and he's been very vocal. He's been very vocal about that. Is he still operating with that iron fist that basically we only talk about Aflac commercials and things like that in his press conferences, or how? I mean, because I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm not saying that we're the hardest hitting media, but you're really the only one I've seen that asks difficult questions.
No, nor I. And I'm an old man from the gray on the beard, the Santa Claus that you're getting here, you can see. And I've never seen anything quite like that either. The closest is Jim Harbaugh. And I was at the old Land of 10 site with Cox Media traveling. I actually went to Rome with them. And the thing I remember, and I'll tell you a quick story about what it's like covering Dion, was that I was at regional kind of semi-national media before this job. And when I went to fly into Ann Arbor and cover Michigan, the beat writers in Detroit and Ann Arbor just looked depressed all the time and looked very frustrated. You can see where I'm going with this. And I thought Michigan's PR, sports information folks were great. They couldn't have been nicer. I went to Rome with them. They gave me all kinds of access to Jim. They were thrilled for the coverage. And the folks in Michigan would just, the Detroit writers would just look at me like I just come out of a South Park cartoon. They were not thrilled to see me. And I was like, I don't get this. Then Deion Sanders showed up in my market and closed ranks on local media and basically put walls up everywhere, and it became pay to play, basically, which one of the affiliates here did pay to get involved. Others paid to get involved. We obviously did not. This was all new to us. And suddenly all these national writers are descending everywhere, and regional writers are descending everywhere. And they're like, they haven't said this is great, but they said, we love that we can come in here and do this. So then I understood what covering Jim Harbaugh at the college level was like on a day-to-day basis. It took me 6 years, and it took Deion Sanders for that to happen because, it's an iron fist. And It hasn't changed with me. I'm allowed. It's a tough one. I go to news conferences. I go to games. They went to a White House press corps policy immediately after our tete-a-tete, whereas we will call on you if we would like you to ask a question. And what happens in a room is they'll sit there and they'll go to everybody, and I'll like early on I'm like, should I raise my hand? And they go, now we're done. And so you get the idea. And so they could say, well, we're not freezing him out. We open it up. It's a different deal on so many levels. And I guess I'm kind of used to the crazy now. But if you've never been in it, it's a shock, man. And I mean, I've covered Bill Snyder, I've covered Kirk Ferentz, I've covered media challenging environments. This is a whole different level because he doesn't trust us, and he never will. And
it's like a cult leader.
Well, there are parallels in politics. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
There's a real big parallel that involves Pennsylvania Avenue that I won't say it out loud, but a lot of people have said it to me from afar. And yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. And certainly the fan interest in the followers is the same thing. I tell you what's fascinating is watching, and you guys have certainly seen this on social media, is watching longtime CU fans and just the Dion stands, and watching when there are disagreements, or if one of the longtime CU media, Brian Howell, for example, very good guy, good reporter, nice guy, and if he writes something or asks a question that makes Dion bristle or makes somebody uncomfortable, then all these prime heads pile on him and scream, and then I have to watch what I call the Civil War on social media between the people who were here when they were 1-11 and the people who are here only because Deion Sanders is here, and then they will move on. They would have been here if Dion was at USF or Rutgers or pick your school that needed somebody.
I'll tell you a story and then cheer you up. When I used to work at a company that was under the All City umbrella, and I'm here in Arizona, and I was told, because I don't like Deion, I've never been a Deion fan, not a Deion guy. He's the most mesmerizing athlete I've ever seen, but as a coach, I'm not a fan. But I was told under no uncertain circumstances, you are not to criticize Deion Sanders. Anything he says, anything he does off the field, you are not to criticize. Because my biggest thing that I would always talk about is Deion loves saying, I ain't hard to find. But if it's something involving Shiloh, beating the heck out of a security guard in a lawsuit, then Deion's very hard to find. I mean, but I was told under no uncertain circumstances. And then you have something like that, like DNVR, that's basically just a PR wing for Deion Sanders. And so it's an interesting avenue to go down, because are all these people, with the way that Colorado's going, are they just going to kind of all go down are they just going to take this one to the end?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to, I could be very personal the way that some have been personal with me, and I won't. I'm going to try to say as much as I can on a high road with this, because we all got bills to pay. But I will be fascinated to see how some media choose to cover or don't cover a post-Dion buffs, because we're still going to be there. We were there before, and you guys know the names and the people who were there before. And I think those are the people who are also the most frustrated, even if certain folks won't say it out loud. They're very frustrated too, and it's again, it's just a different ecosystem. It's real hard. That's why I bring up the Harbaugh thing. I didn't understand it from afar, but I totally get it now, and I have sympathy for anyone who has to deal with that hurricane coming through, because it's gonna upend things, and it's never gonna stop blowing, because USA Today is gonna have a dedicated guy writing about everything he says. When somebody who just has to say anything at any time, and it's a 20,000 click story, that's a different environment. And again, showing my age, when you're used to the news not letting your narrative be dictated necessarily by the subject matter, it's a different deal. But we're learning a lot, and we're learning every day. And it's I had to look up BBL again after Tuesday's news. It's never boring. I can't put everything, but it's never quiet.
Sure.
Do you think, like, he started off poorly, he had the good year, now he's poorly again? Does he change depending on record? Like, is there any hope that he says, you know what, I need these guys' help, my team's not doing well, or is that just not his cloth?
That's a great question, because it feels like just like this season that we're on this parabola that's going up and down, up and down. And you would have to do a really long, hard look. To his credit, I'll say that he would, simply in the sense that year one was kind of such a mess on so many levels, especially staffing, that to his credit, he looked at that and said, okay, what didn't work for me? Okay, all these Sean Lewis didn't work for me, and it didn't work for Sean Lewis either.
Right.
To be fair,
Sean Lewis is doing pretty well though
Sean
now.
Lewis is doing pretty well. And you thought that he would. He's a good coach. You don't do anything at Kent State and not be a pretty good coach on some level. I mean, that's like trying to make me a supermodel. Like that's never gonna. I'm the Kent State of supermodels. It's never going to happen. But Sean Lewis made it happen. So this was clear. And in fact, the thing that surprised me about year one, and you guys probably talked about this at the time, is, and this was a red flag for me that didn't quite pay off year two, but it might down the road, was that I thought the Sean Lewis hire was really smart because you have a coach, a human being with health issues who has things that are out of his control. And that this may, and ultimately probably health will be what brings this to an end anyway. Boy, wouldn't it be something to have Sean Lewis as CU's coach? As what's your next? I went, okay, great, good play caller, did a good job. That's someone you would hire for this job anyway, theoretically. And it was oil and vinegar. It was not great, and he was looking to get out pretty quick, and it showed. But to Prime's credit, call him Prime. To Prime's credit, he went and got people who were more amenable to how he liked to do things. He said the NFL model, the NFL style, and they improved by 5 wins last year. And they found just in hindsight an amazing receiving core. Well, you guys we were all there.
Oh yeah, we saw it.
That was one of their better games in hindsight. So I'd say the roadie at Tucson, I'd say at Texas Tech were probably the 2 best games they played all year, both on the road. They hadn't found that again on the road this year. It's been very, very different. So you guys kind of saw peak Dion of what he wanted it to look like. Good pass rush. I know Brendan was dealing with some stuff. It was not peak U of A in that transition. And then throw your way to a 3-score lead and then just sick the pass rushers on them. That was their formula. Sometimes they've been able to do that this year. Sometimes they haven't, but they made an adjustment there. So I think, in an extremely overly long answer to Jason's question, that I think he would, but to what degree and how heavy the tweak. I mean, he went through 4 offensive coordinators at Jackson State. I don't think he's afraid to pull a trigger. I think he's afraid to hurt his friends and to hurt his family, but anybody else is fair game, and including and most notably Pat Shurmur, I would think.
Yeah, for sure. Now let's see how this game. I know you only got a couple minutes. How does this game play out then? Because one thing that Arizona does not do well is defend running quarterbacks. It doesn't sound like Salter is going to. Well, who knows? What do you? How do you see this game? How do you see this game playing out? I don't know if it's going to be Stahl. I know that some people are pushing for Lewis. How do you see this game playing out?
It's funny you bring up the running QBs, because I was going to ask you guys on this is kind of a little bit of a mirror image game that way, because how comfortable do you guys think? I've only seen U of A bits and bobs when they're on. I obviously saw a lot of them last year, and I think that was a low moment for that program when CU was there last year. How comfortable are they with having Fafita as a featured runner? Because you mentioned that with UA's defense, that's how you beat this team. Right. It's not rocket science, especially when they get on the road. If you've got a baby Tebow clone, or the King guy at Georgia Tech, or the kid at Houston, and I thought this is where, and he's a smart guy, or Whittingham was very smart. He went, okay, I've got a running QB with 1 good leg, and I got a running QB. I haven't played much with 2 good legs. I'm going to use the one with 2 good legs, and I'm going to zone read him to death. That's how you beat this team. Iowa State didn't do that. I thought they would. They didn't want to feature Rocco as a runner. So how much do they want to feature Noah, given his skill as a passer, in the run game and take that risk? You guys tell me, because if you do, you've opened things up, because they don't have the linebackers to deal with that, and they don't have the secondary to deal with that. If you're just going to stand back there and throw, that's a good matchup for CU. They like stay put, stand there and be that guy. And I know it can be, But boy, I know he can move too. That's why I'm curious how much you guys think they'd be tempted to use him in the run game more.
Sure.
I think they would. I think they'll run him. It won't be like 20 times, but if they see that there's a weakness, they're going to do it. So my guess, I think he runs like 10 to 12 times because I've seen what you've seen. They can't handle a running quarterback at all. And the OC here, Daggy, is a guy where he sees a weakness and he tries to attack it, whatever it may be. So I would be shocked if Noah didn't try to run on Saturday.
For sure. Yeah, and that's something too. When you look at it, the thing too that does kind of surprise me, honestly, is last year you talked about it. I thought that was one of the handful of best receiving cores in the entire country. You had Jimmy Horn. You had, I mean, everybody knows about Travis Hunter, but you had Jimmy Horn. You had LaJohntay Webster. You had Omarion Miller before he got all those dudes before he got hurt. I look at that receiving unit now, and it's again, I know those guys, three of them are in the NFL, but I look at that now and I'm like, that is a shell of a unit of what it was last year. Because that unit last year was scary.
Yeah. And I'm glad you mentioned Wester. I thought that was an amazing total pickup. I vote on the Blitnikoff. And so you start getting the group of 5 names and you start looking around and I'm like, who is this guy in 2023 when he was turning it up at FAU? And they get him and he was tearing it up in the Big 12 too. That was historically good receiving core, and it's going to look bigger and bigger and bigger. This is not that. It feels like, to your point, I mean, Amari Miller's still there. Draylon Miller, when he's healthy, is an interesting slash kind of weapon where they'll run him out of the backfield. They'll do gadget stuff with him, but they've been beat up, and it feels like a season where you've been playing backups. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You've given these guys a shot, and the funny thing is though, the line is better. I think the interior of both the CU offensive and defensive lines are better than they were a year ago. If you'd have had that quality of guard center play and defensive tackle play a year ago, I don't know if they would have beaten by BYU in the bowl game, but I think they might have beaten K-State at home in some of those close losses. They might have given Kansas a better game than a year ago. But so he did upgrade there. It's kind of weird. It does become, to your point, a bit of a Frankenstein of, well, if you had this, you're better at this, but you're so much worse on the boundaries than you were a year ago, which again was historically good, and will look that way in hindsight. That, I mean, they can be had there, and that's the weird thing is you can beat CU in the secondary. Really? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And so, but to the point we made earlier, I don't think that's how you do it. I think if you have a back, that's what this way. What Utah showed is if you like to blitz, go ahead, try to get in his face, defensively to get at Salter. If you have a young running quarterback you haven't played a lot, or you feel like you could run him 20 times in a game, do that. That's probably a good way to go, and then let the passes go where they may. So, does U of A have that kind of roster flexibility? I'll be curious to see, but I think it's an interesting matchup either way because the Wildcats haven't been great on the road, and the Buffs have been, to their credit, decent at home. If this was in Tucson, I think it's a different conversation because they just haven't been able to put that together. But they're feisty in Boulder, and they'll have a good crowd. And in a close game, I think that might be enough to push them over in this one.
All right, can we get a prediction from the great Sean Keeler before you sign off? I'm going to call you the great Sean Keeler. You're an oracle of knowledge.
I sound like a cheap magician, like a cruise ship magician when you say, "Well, it's the great Sean Keeler back from his tour in Reno. Here he is." I'm a charlatan here in Boulder circles, that's for sure. You know what? Boo and hiss, and apologies to your audience. I think I'm putting in the paper Colorado 28, Arizona 27, or 27-26. One of those weird ones, because I think it really is a coin flip kind of game, just because I haven't loved UA on the road. I don't know how comfortable they want to make Fafita's legs, given how good his arm is. And Jason pointed out, feel free to, if they want to make that adjustment and do it, they know how to beat these guys. I just don't know if that offense, it reminds me a lot of Iowa State on paper. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And that's a better matchup than what, say, Houston or Cincy or Utah do. But I'm happy to be wrong. I think it'll be a really interesting.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong as well.
Yeah, it could go either way. It really could.
Also, real quick, this is a great question. You voted for the Bolitnikov. You have a Bolitnikov Award vote.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you vote for? There's only one right answer on this show, Mr. Sean Keeler.
I can say that he was in my top 3.
All right, fair enough.
Okay,
I
fair
can
enough.
say that he was, and I was very lucky to be covering 2 games that Tet and Hunter went after each other. I will always
Teteroa. No Tet. We don't allow Tet.
Don't
on
go
this
over that.
show.
I'm sorry. I don't want to mispronounce it for the
Yeah.
locals. I got buddies at Zia Records. I don't want to make them mad. To let them out. No, it was great, and watching those 2 go at it, and I think we'll all consider ourselves pretty lucky to be around that when it happened. Hunter was something else, man.
He was. He was. I would have voted for him. I thought he was the best player in college football. I have no problem. I have no problem with that. That was awesome. Sean Keeler, the great Sean Keeler, you will always be referred to out on this show. You are the man. We very much appreciate you, my guy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the time. Take care.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Have fun with the Broncos, by the way. They're surprising people.
Yeah. It's really they've got a coin flip too. Really interesting weekend here that way. So
you've gone from covering the Buffs,
and it's a bonus because CSU's not playing, so they can't get beat again.
You've gone from covering the Buffs to the Broncos. I mean, yeah. Upward trajectory. We love it, my man.
Yeah, we fake it until we make it. Thanks, dude.
Thanks. Appreciate you, buddy. Talk to you soon. Thanks again. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, that guy's awesome. I like guys that speak truth to power, and that's exactly.
That is, and I don't mean this in an insulting way whatsoever. That is not the interview I thought it was going to be, because Colorado has painted him, like their fans have painted him to be such a prick.
Right.
Nice guy.
He's a good dude. And again, the thing that I don't get about it too is like, it's like one of those things. Like I wanted to say, not hard to find. I mean, that dude, you really can't answer questions from that guy. Come on. I mean, I don't get it at all. All right, let's get a couple. Yeah, that was awesome. Let's get a couple reads in here, but we did have to correct him on Tet. Not on our watch. Even though he is great. That was really, really good. Now, let's see here. All right, now, welcome to the Rock. All right, yeah. 2 convenient locations, Tucson plus Green Valley, 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials, serving residents and contractors, east to Benson, Sierra Vista, west to Marana, south to Nogales, north to Oracle. Green Valley Decorative Rock, check it out. It's not just in Green Valley, but some of those Dion fans probably think it is, but they're wrong. It's also in Tucson. Check it out, Green Valley Decorative Rock. All right, now Bridge Tech. Oh, yeah, that was good too. Bridge Tech Communications. Now, I was going to say, Dennis Walsh is in here right now. We are worried about the health and well-being, the health and well-being of Dennis Walsh working out in these gyms that aren't using Bridge Tech Communication because they're fly-by-nights. They're not going to work, and you're probably going to end up getting electrocuted, or you're going to get rabies from stepping on a hamster or something. You don't want any of that. Bridge Tech Communications is going to fix that. They promote 100 plus health entities across multiple states. BridgeTechCommunications.com can help you market your gym or health wellness spa. 750% average ROI. Get in there. If you have a gym or a health or a wellness spa, use Bridge Tech Communications. We all like 750% average ROI. Boom. Good stuff. All right, now the Family Food Project. Direct aid plus life skills development, cooking, nutrition, education, all of that. Currently, 255 meal kits per week. 2026, 1,000 meal kits per week. Donations made with AZ12. Comment will be matched. Cumulative up to $10,000. Cheryl is awesome. The Tucson Family Food Project.org. Check it out. Support a good cause. Okay, now let's talk about what we just saw. He's picking Colorado. You know what's funny about this game? I've gone back and forth on this game, and I will say this. I am a little bit surprised that the betting line is the way that it is. I'm surprised that Arizona's favored in the manner in which it is, mainly because of the fact that with the Colorado, as the great Sean Keeler said, is, and we've talked about it, is good at home. I mean, you look at the Georgia Tech game, you look at BYU, you look at, you look at Iowa State. They've done a good job. I mean, on the road, they're total crap. And Arizona's not been good on the road necessarily. So
Arizona's 1-6 on the road under Brennan. Colorado's 10-7 at home under Deion Sanders. Margin of loss of those 7 losses, Mike. 7-3, 7-3, 3-3, 7-3.
Yeah.
This game's going to be close, I would assume.
Mhm.
I think Arizona's better.
Right.
Does that mean Arizona wins? I don't know. I don't mind anyone picking Colorado. I don't think it's like asinine to pick Colorado.
Right. No, I don't either. I'm just a little bit surprised that it is that. But you know what this also comes back to as well is that Arizona is. I think Arizona's just.
Red line.
What's
I
that?
thought you were going to say it comes back.
Well, this is a red line. This is a red line moment for Arizona. But I will say this. I think that Arizona is just a better football team. It feels weird to say that, but Arizona is just better. Let me ask you this. I mean, Saltine stinks or whatever his name is, but they should still play him. Staub's worse. And
spread is down to 4. I think it opened up at 5.5. So the spread is moving in the direction we thought it would.
Ben White has been watching that spread narrow very, very closely. Yeah. Yes. But the quarterback play hasn't been good. Now, Joseph, if you remember before the season, was talking to us about how great Juju Lewis was going to be. No, nice try, Joseph. The quarterback play just hasn't been good for him. That being said, they should absolutely play Saltine because he can run.
They should absolutely play Saltine. The quarterback is an issue. Like Shador covered up so much for them. And then you match that with that receiving core last year. And I think it's easy, especially in college football, to cover deficiencies with super talented players.
Right.
And usually that stuff gets exposed when you play better teams that have as talented players, which happened at times last year, like the bowl game, for instance, when BYU kicked the crap out of them. They don't have that this year. They don't have the uber talented, like you put the TV on and you watch Colorado, you're like, damn, that dude's good. They don't have any guys, literally not one guy like that.
Yeah,
Arizona is a more talented team.
Arizona is more talented. And you know what? I'm gonna say this too, and I know some people are gonna beat me up. I don't care. Arizona is a better coached team. They just are.
USA.
Yeah,
I would
say.
Look, Sean Keeler said it too. Sean Lewis hated Dion.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dion had no respect for Lewis. The dude won at Kent State. He's winning at San Diego State. He's clearly a good coach. I don't know. People talk about CEO coach, right? Like that's a bad thing. That's a whole nother podcast. And they kill Brent Brennan for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does Brent do? What does Dion do?
Nothing.
He just yells at his coaches. What does he do? He doesn't.
No, I totally get it, and he's certainly not in charge of the special teams. So I get that, and I think. But here's what at least with the Arizona, with the Colorado offense, I look at it when you got somebody like Shermer in there. They have no clue what they're doing. You're running a 3-man offensive line. There's no rhyme or reason. I will take Seth Daggy over Pat Shermer.
I know Danny Gonzalez isn't popular right now because of the run defense.
I'll take Danny Gonzalez over their defensive coordinator.
I keep coming back to how does Colorado score on Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
Their second best receiver, Sincere Brown, your boy, Sincere
my
Brown.
guy, Sincere. Yeah, he's
out. He's not playing. They're starting left guard.
Apologies.
They're starting left guard, who has the most offensive snaps on their entire roster, more than any QB, running back, whatever, is not playing. Mm-hmm. How do they score on Saturday? I'm not sure they do. Like, I think they only scored like 13 points.
I think it's going to be something like that. And I think that Arizona's going to be able to do that. I really do. I think that this really comes down to Vegas is just saying that Arizona's better than Colorado.
And they want you to bet Colorado, which people are doing. They said, 4.5, and then they're going to take all your money.
Yeah, no, but again, also there's something else that Vegas is not considering here. Red line accountability.
Yeah.
This is a big week for red line accountability.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it and I just say to myself, all right, it's time to red line, baby. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about Noah Fafita. He talked about it. I don't want to, and I can't, maybe it was OC Bodybuilders. You can't run Noah too much because at the same time, Noah is 5'6".
You want to run him, but you can't. You know what the strategy is going to be like? What was the game where they ran him? He ran like 15 times. That was the Kansas State game.
Yeah.
Kansas State had difficulty stopping running QBs, and they ran him 15 times for 48 yards, and then he scored the 2 touchdowns. I think that's what it's going to be like. Right. Just read option stuff.
Yeah, and that's well, but again, he's all right. So we like I said, we shall see. This has also got to be a good game. Don't get me. See, I told you David Rosen doesn't like Noah. He just said don't get me started with Noah. Noah's literally on pace to have like one of the best, maybe the best statistical season in U of A history, but it's Noah's fault. So let's talk a little bit then about the running game. Then all hands on deck here. This is one of these ones you should be able. I need Arizona to be able to run the ball. What do we know what the dew point is yet? And that's a great question there, Mr. David Rosen.
Does marijuana smoke
Count as dew point?
Does it impact dew point? Because if it does, that changes everything. Right now, Mike, the dew point is 18.
That's good for us. That's good for us. At the end of the day, that's good for us. 18 or lower, that's my type. That's that's what I'm going with there. Also, T-Burns 826. Mike, did you see CBS bowl projection? Arizona and Phoenix for the guaranteed rate bowl versus Iowa.
Yeah, that won't happen. But I did see there is one possibility you got to start thinking about with a win this weekend and maybe another win. If Arizona gets to 7 wins, there is a very real possibility that it is Arizona, Nebraska in the Vegas Bowl.
Oh, man. We're to road trip, baby. Road trip to that one.
Remember, people have to remember, I know Arizona still has to get bowl eligible. This is the last year, I believe. Arizona, the new teams to the Big 12 still have Pac-12 bowl contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Arizona's not playing in a Big 12 bowl. It would be like Alamo Bowl, Vegas Bowl, New Mexico Bowl, whatever.
Interesting. I did not know that. All right. Well, yeah. Well, either way, that would be a road trip for us.
You can kiss Matt Rule in person.
I was going to say Matt Rule. Matt Rule's feeling good with this new contract.
Mike like
extension.
The mediocre coaches.
Yeah, that's it. That was nice. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to get to our pick. We're going to get to our picks here in a little bit. So, because again, we definitely have some picks here to make. But what's 18 or lower is my type. Pause.
First of all, Ben one.
Yeah, it's been one. No, we don't. Hey, everybody on here, be very clear. We don't say pause anymore. We say no Ben one. That's what we say in here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Can you hear my puppy barking, by the way?
Yeah, I can. What's going on?
She's screaming because she's in the box, and I don't know whether or not to let her out. Is it bothersome?
No, it's fine. Okay. Nobody's watching anyway.
Okay, this is bothersome. I'll figure it out. But
all right. Now, Arizona football got a big time commitment here from a guy with a great name, Jelani Culpepper.
This kid's legit, Mike.
Yeah. I don't know. I was going to say he didn't look like an OKG.
This is a real commitment. He's 5'9", so he's a little small. We have him as a safety. He's not a safety. He's going to be corner. Real offers from FSU, Houston, Indiana, a bunch of schools. It really came down to Arizona and SMU. And he's been on Arizona's campus, and Viney did a good job. And, yeah, man.
Yeah. That's a good point. La Jolla just says we need to see Ted Wardo on the show. I would agree with that. We will.
You should see the size of this. At the end of the show, I'll go ahead. You should see how much this stupid puppy's grown.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah, it looks like a doodle.
Last 5 minutes, I'll go get her. It's ridiculous.
It looks like a doodle. So all right. So there's obviously that. Okay, this guy's legit. He's 5'9", OKG. There's guys that are 5'9" that aren't OKGs there, Joseph Delgado. So
he's good.
So we saw. Now, I will say that the other thing too about Colorado last year that I thought Sean Keeler hit the nail on the head is that they were also, when they got ahead, they were able to basically pin their ears back. I've never understood that phrase, pin your ears back. Why would you pin your ears back? But either way, they were able to pin their ears back. I don't look at that right now. I think Arizona's offensive line is in a much, much better spot to be able to combat that this year.
Yeah. I really like Arizona should win this game. Everything you're saying is right. Usually it's not, Mike. You're on fire today.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Yeah, man. I'll take
it. That concerns me is the dew point.
Yeah. All right, and the dew point right now is if it's 8 inches or lower, that's my type. I mean, that's going to be.
No, what does Colorado do well enough?
Nothing.
Houston is better than I thought they would be.
Yeah, you look like an idiot with that. Yeah,
Wegman is better than Salter by far. Right. Their defense is better than Colorado's. So I just don't. This comes down to me is, does Arizona come out focused on the road? It's a road game. It's 5 o'clock. It's homecoming. It's going to be close to sold out. Does Arizona meet that challenge as a team that just really hasn't played well on the road?
Here's where I'm at with this. And if you don't meet that challenge, if you're not ready for it, I'm going to say this. If you come out and you lose easily in this game, that's unacceptable. If it's a close game, cool, whatever. But if you come out and you lose this,
you're full of it. Don't lie to the people.
What do you mean?
If Arizona loses by 7, you're cool with it?
Not really. But I'm also saying, but you also know how it looks though. If it's a back and forth, gritty, girthy game, then yeah, I get it. But if Arizona comes out and Colorado clearly looks like the better, more prepared team, that's unacceptable. Period.
Yes. If Colorado comes out and just beats Arizona in most facets of the game, it's indefensible.
Yeah, because this is also because you've had a bye week, you've also had time. I mean, they've been redlining, so you've also, you should be focused.
If you lose by a touchdown, like I saw Matt Thesis?
No, Matt Tice. Matt Tice
said losing by 7 on the road or within 7 on the road. The problem is Arizona's favored by 4.5 on the road. That's an 11-point swing. That's bad.
All right.
Right? It's bad. Arizona should win this. To be a 4.5-point favorite on the road, that's a pretty big spread. I'm going to look at the Big 12, actually, Mike.
All right. Yeah, you look at that.
Real quick.
Right.
If you look at the Big 12, and I already have this post. The road game has the only favorite on the road the entire week in the Big 12, besides Arizona, is Texas Tech at Kansas State by 7.
Wow.
By the way, that ASU spread is plummeting.
What's it?
Rising.
What's
I would say it's favored by 8.5 now.
Well, dude, Jeff Sims is playing. We're going to talk about Jeff Sims,
but no Jordan Tyson either.
Yeah, that's never good. All right, T-Burns 826. I feel like he's exactly right, but I feel like we're talking about this basically every single day. Kobe L. Field, get me that contact information. Also, welcome to the chat, my friend. Welcome to the chat, my friend. Okay, T-Burns 826 says this is the biggest game in the Brennan era. You win and you can prove you can win on the road and likely go to a bowl. If not, you have no margin for error.
I've said that every week this season.
Yeah, but you've actually been right.
I'm tired of saying it. Yeah, it's a big game. You're right.
Yeah, you've got Arizona has to win this game. I think that's where we're at. Deal?
Or what? Right?
We're still
we say that every week to each other on the phone. Mike will be like, and I'll agree. I'll be like, this is a must-win game. I'll be like, or what? What's going to happen if he doesn't win? They'll play Kansas next weekend.
Yeah, no, exactly. Then that's going to be the must-win. Exactly.
If they lose this week, Kansas is a must-win because unless Jeff Sims starts the last game, it becomes very difficult to make a bowl.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Well, Jeff Sims might be in there for the rest of the year. So now listen, David Rosen says, we're a football school, guys. Get your expectations up. So, yes, I would agree with that. All right. So Arizona's got to win this. Arizona's got to win this game, period, point blank. There's no way around that. All right, let's get a couple reads in here. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm doing this. Cody
Burns, I don't think 6-6 is realistic because you're asking them to win 2 games in a row and it's tough. It's still tough.
Yeah, no, that one's tough for sure. Okay, now speaking of a guy that's tough, hold on a second here.
Well,
all right,
Mike's doing it. All hands on deck.
All right, yeah. Oh, hold on, that doesn't look right. Everybody, stay with me. My mom says I'm smart. Oh, that got worse. Hold on.
No. You got this.
No, I do.
Yeah, you got this.
Holy moly, it's getting worse. Hold on, everybody, stay with me. Oh,
this is awesome. This is live. What the hell are you doing?
This looks terrible.
No, this is good. Yeah.
Yes. What? All right, we got it. Jesse's Tattoo Shop, my friends. Jesse's Tattoo Shop. Jesse. All right. Golf Links and Pantano, a sober shop. Wear a tattoo that speaks to your story. Call today, 520-358-2881. All right. Now, the great thing about this shop, too, is that you go in there, it's clean. Everybody in there is professional. At the Tucson Tattoo Expo, everybody did a very, very nice job there as well. And like I said, there's a reason that people are going there. It is cool. And look at that tattoo right there. That can be you. They got a toy drive coming up on November 30th. I'll be there. Benoit White's going to be there to ride the bull because they're going to have like a bucking bull named Jen or something like that as well.
I hope Jen's not someone that like works there and she can ride a bull. Are you
sure?
No,
I think Jen's the name of the mechanical bull, but who knows? Maybe it's Tim Daniel. I don't know. It's AI or something. But either way, Golf Link San Pantano, sober shop, wear a tattoo that speaks to your story. All right, now.
Daniel approves.
Yeah.
It's bad.
All right, hold on. 88 Crime. Now, have you seen anybody? Oh, wow, look at this. I'm so good now. 88 Crime. Have you seen anybody out there that might be impersonating a real person? And you're saying, man, something about that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. 88 Crime says, come to us. Come to us. We will get your hands dirty. No. Don't get your hands dirty. We will take care of the dirt. And 88 Crime does it. It's anonymous. Pima County Attorney's Office. If you see somebody flying around without a permit for their jet, I don't know. Just saying, maybe you might want to, or maybe they're illegally parking it in the RJ's parking lot. You might want to call them. Either way, 88 Crime. They put a lot of perps in the back, or they put a lot of perps in the
Perp hole.
In the perp hole. Yeah, back the perp hole. Well, all right. Either way, check it out. It's anonymous, just so you know. All right, now hold on. Here we go. Perp hole. All right, hold on. Now here we go. All right, now one more.
Got it, baby.
Land the freaking man. All right, that was flawless. Everybody, we have a date. We have a time for the championship package insertion. Drum roll, please. Monday, November 10th, 12:30. Championship package will be inserted. Check it out. We're going to be live streaming it.
Which office? Which office?
The downtown office.
Oh,
so yeah, it's going to be big. Now, daily urgent care Monday through Friday, dental implants. And again, I can come out of there vouching that they're not going to remove 5 teeth and put them into my nose or something like that. They're only going to do necessary treatment. Ask about the 1997 championship package for dental implants. Again, now, this is Land's sister. We do believe this is Land's sister. The people in the back, no chance. We think Land is totally full bunk on those ones. But championship package, Land the man with a freaking master plan. Okay, now, all right, now let's get back in here. Let's get back to some sports talk. All right, now let me get. Oh man, see, this is what I love about it. I missed 29 comments while I was just doing that. Read right there. Let's see here. Okay. Might get your. No, I'm not getting a red line tattoo. Okay, so T-Burn says, I think finishing a minimum 7-5 is big for Brennan. It guarantees a winning record. You can't fire Brennan if he wins 7 games. Period. I
argue about whether or not you can fire him if he reaches 6. I say no. I think 6 is the number.
I don't know
how you keep him.
I don't. All right. Now, I will say with 7 wins, I don't think that you can really debate that you've got to keep him. The problem though is next year, then Arizona's schedule gets mighty difficult. That was funny. We need to still clip that though. When you were looking at the roster, you're like, they lose the whole team. Yes. So that's basically where we are at. Now, Danny Gonzalez has been catching a lot of flack. I was talking with somebody that used to cover Arizona football. Might be able to figure out who he is. Not going to say any names, though.
Rich Herrera?
No, I was not talking with Rich Herrera.
Rich Carrillo.
Oh, I was not talking with Rich Carrillo.
Hobby, I would assume that DRF is going to Colorado and then flying to Vegas, but I'm not sure.
Yes. Now, I'm going to say this, though. I'm going to say this. This guy told me, he said, I like Danny Gonzalez. He said, what people are not understanding about this is he says, I know what he says. I get all of that. He says, come on, man. Name me 2 MNFL players on that team. And he says, I'll go a step further. He says, name me 2 MNFL players that'll even see a camp. And he said, maybe McKnight. But he's like, the rest of those guys,
on the line or in general?
The D line is definitely not getting anybody there.
I think McKnight is the only guy that'll see a camp.
Okay. Linebacker, he says none of those guys are MNFL guys.
Correct.
And then he said in the secondary, maybe you could twist my leg. I'm not sure I wanted to twist his leg, but he says maybe you could twist my leg to, 1 or 2. Yeah, no Ben one. He said, but maybe you could twist my leg on one guy. He said, there's just no talent on there. He said there was a couple of decent players. He said, but there's not talent on there. I don't know what people are expecting from there. You have to, at the end of the day, you have to have good players. And he says, who are the really good players on that defense that will be on an MNFL roster? And he said Genesis. And then it was funny. It was almost like he was talking to somebody because he told me this, so I don't think I'm going to be outing. And he said, if you watch Genesis the last couple games, I had somebody tell me that Genesis has been bad. Genesis has not been good. What's that?
He's been bad.
He's been bad. And he said, it's almost like there's something else going on in his head. He said, that was told to me. And I don't know if you've heard the same thing. I have no clue. But that's kind of where it's at, though. There's just not a ton of talent there, so I don't know what we're really talking about. What do we expect? I guess what do we expect? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a ton. I think the running numbers are what people expect. They just aren't good.
Right, I get that. Okay,
my
now
dog just broke out of its cage. I'll be right back.
All right, now AZ Wildcat fan says, yeah, the missed tackling has been a killer for 2 weeks. A lot of that has to do kind of with Genesis. I mean, if you watch him again, and I like Genesis, think he's a really good player, but this has not been the same Genesis that we were watching earlier in the season, and I think that is something that is a little bit that's something that's a little bit disconcerting. So, we shall see. But there's just not a ton of talent. I'm talking about Danny. Now, Marcus Delgado says, is that not Brennan's fault for not bringing in talent, or who recruits defensive players? I'm just saying what's on the field right now. On offense, there's more talent. There just is. Noah is a good quarterback. The running backs are good. The wide receivers, when they're not dropping passes, are okay. And the offensive line has been okay. The defense, though, is
it's not easy to bring in a bunch of NFL guys at Arizona on the defense. You got to coach them up.
Yeah,
That's
you got to coach
the reality of the situation.
Yeah, you got to coach him up. All right, now Jacob Myers says that's not on BBL or BBL. That's not on B. I'm thinking about that's not on BB. He didn't have time to recruit when he got here, and even if he brought someone in last year, they would be freshmen. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I'm going to say this though. I'm going to stick up for him. I think they've done pretty good in the portal.
Yeah,
and I mean, yeah, and I think it's difficult to make an argument otherwise.
It is. Yeah, they've done well in the portal. They missed on a couple guys.
OC Bodybuilders, what happened to Trey Smith? Wasn't he going to be a day 3 MNFL pick with Genesis? I never saw it with Trey Smith.
Hurt now. He'll be back next year.
He's hurt, but I never really saw it. He never looked to me like, he's okay. He's not bad, but
according to Joe Salavea, the guy was never coached either. So
that is 100% on Brent Brennan.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that is one that I cannot defend.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean you got that Somalo guy, can't even speak, and he's not coaching. What's he doing here? I mean, So all right, Mike Luke. Now people also need to remember something here about Jed, and when they're comparing Jed's recruiting to Brennan, is that Jed was not fully when Jed was recruiting. The NIL situation is not the way that it is now. I don't know that he would have gotten a lot of these guys had he been at Arizona. As a matter of fact, I don't think he would have.
He could have because he just promised money that wasn't there.
Well, right. But if you're going to do it on the up and up and say, hey, we're actually going to give you, we're actually going to pay you what we say, I don't think he would have done it. I don't. So it's a different era. Now, if Jed was doing that at Arizona now, that would be impressive. I just don't think that he would be able to do it now. Do you think that Jed would be bringing in top 20 classes at Arizona right now? I don't think that it's possible.
No, I do not. No chance.
Yeah, I just don't think it is possible. So
I mean, he's bringing in a pretty good class right now at Washington. I think aren't
they like 19 or something?
And that's at Washington with a considerably bigger budget.
Right, exactly. T-Burns 826. Jed also lucked out with the Servite crew and Crystal Ball leaving Oregon. Exactly. So now Kobe Althiel says, I prefer lying and cheating, to be honest. That wins, unfortunately. But yes. The problem is that, and I agree, I totally agree with you. Lying and cheating is the way to go in college athletics. I totally agree. The problem, though, is if you don't pay players in that first – actually, if you don't pay players in a class what they are promised to get paid, that leaks out really, really quickly that you are not paying players that were promised to be paid. And so it's not sustainable. You might get away with it for a year. You might get away with it for possibly 2 years. After that, you're not going to get away with it.
That's why you get out.
Well, I know that's exactly why you get out, and that's why that's exactly what you do. All right, now we're going to give you our predictions here in a few minutes, but before Cody James Martin comes back on, I want to get to a little bit of basketball talk. We're going to be having 3 shows in Las Vegas. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. We're going to be doing a show on Sunday. We're going to be doing a pregame show, and then Ben White and I are going to be doing a postgame show. That is going to be, so again, we're going to be doing 3 shows. So bring us your super snaps. But Sheer, I look at this though, and I think that, let me ask you this. Oh. If Arizona wins this game against Florida by any means necessary, or by any means, if Arizona wins this game against Florida, is that a moment where people really kind of take note and be like, oh man, this team's a problem? Or is it going to have to? Is this going to be something that is going to be going on? Yes, Saturday we'll be having a post game show as well. But
I think it'll get people's eye, but I think they'll want a little more proof, consistency. But I think that people that are rating Arizona like 15 and Florida 2 will kind of say like, oh, okay, Arizona's actually pretty good.
I still don't get though why there is being such promise placed on some expectations placed on freshmen that aren't being placed on Arizona's. I don't get that one. Like you look at Houston, they're going to be starting. You got CNAC, and then aren't they going to be starting like Kingston Flemings or something at small forward?
Yeah, we've done this before, Michael.
I just don't get it.
It's they're higher on the players returning, and so I mean, you look at Houston, Uzon returning, Kingston Flemings is a freshman, Emmanuel Sharp returning, Tugler returning, CNAC is new. Yeah, they're relying on freshmen, but it's the respect for Sampson mixed in with the fact that people are very high on Uzon, Sharp, and Tugler.
All right, well, we shall see how it plays out.
I just think Monday's a big game for Brent Brennan. If Arizona loses to Florida, I don't know how you bring Brent Brennan back.
Expand.
No, just kidding. Just every game is the biggest game of the year for Brent Brennan.
Well, no, it's really, yeah. You bet. Well, that's like we were talking about, after Arizona beat Kansas State. Is Tommy Lloyd on the hot seat at that point?
Yeah, it's Tommy Lloyd. If Arizona loses to Florida, don't you have to fire Brent Brennan?
Yeah. Oh, well, Dennis Walsh says, don't these guys know that we returned Krivas? You know what I need? I need Krivas to have like 11 and
Krivas to take Alex Condon and just play equal with him.
If Krivas has, hey, what is a victory for the Krivas defenders against Florida?
He plays well.
It's 10-8 a victory.
Yeah.
10-8 is a victory. We all agree with that, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to say this. I do believe that when it comes to statistical expectations from that center position, I was thinking about this last night. I think that about 19 and 13 or 14, 19 and combined for 13 or 14. I believe that's what I want from the center position. From Tobe,
I thought you were going to say you want Krivas to have 19.
No.
Michael.
Yeah. No.
I want 19 to 13. I need more boards.
All right. What do you want?
Boards. I need the 16 to 20 range on rebounds.
All right. So you want 19 and 16.
20.
Okay, that's fine. So you think both of them? I don't think both of them are going to be getting 20 or double digit.
I need 20 and 20.
Is Arizona going to be the first team in the country that has two centers that have double digit rebounds?
Yeah, why not Arizona?
You know what is funny though? Like on your board, everybody's still obsessed about spacers and this and that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing this again.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying as Fry Rice, that's a shout out to you for losing that argument. But I'm going to say this: the things that I think you need to look at for this team are far more in the rebounding / defense. If this team is good rebounding and good defensively, then Arizona's going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, I agree.
And by the way, Kobe, spacers didn't win as Tommy Lloyd mocked you. Take that. But that's really what this comes down to. Is Arizona going to be a tougher team? Is Arizona going to be able to get rebounds? Because there were a lot of games last year too. Even though Arizona was much tougher, there were a lot of games last year that David Rosen says 10-8 with 20 minutes average for Krivas. That's a victory for me. That's not even close to a victory for you. The average is 10-8 in 20 minutes. We're definitely spiking that football into the stratosphere. But Arizona gave up way too many offensive rebounds last year. And I do think a lot of that is probably because Trey was planted on the ground, wasn't trying, whatever the case may be. That shouldn't be the case this year, Sheer. That really shouldn't. This should be a team, with Koa, with those two guys. This should be a team that's not giving up a lot of offensive rebounding.
Yeah, this team needs to be good rebounding. I think that's the key. Forget shooting and all that. If this team is good defensively and on the glass, they're going to be just fine. They really are. Rebounding, Florida's going to test them with rebounding. Florida's going to be, in my opinion, Florida's going to be a pretty good rebounding team this year. I'm not sure about their guards and how well they'll rebound, but that front court, This is gonna be a really good game.
Who's the quickest guy into the? Is Yvonne the quickest substitution into that game?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of think so as well.
Yeah,
I kind of think so.
That matchup scares me. I've already said this, but that matchup is by far the scariest matchup to me.
Yeah, I think here's what I think is going to happen. But ADO, I'm saying this though, if ADO is going to make the difference this year, ADO's got to have his offense be so good that you just can't take him out of the court, off the court.
Yeah, how does ADO guard Thomas Howe?
I get it.
10 points, 6 rebounds a game last year, and then in the tournament, he was like, "Hey, here I am." Dominated teams at 20 against Texas Tech. He's good.
Yeah, he's good. But, we also have a new ADO as well.
Yeah, I'm ready, baby. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm still ready.
Who isn't? Yeah, who isn't ready that? Yeah.
Let's preview Villanova BYU too,
I didn't even realize that. Villanova and BYU in that game. That's a fascinating one. Villanova
BYU should kill him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I can name. You know who's on Villanova? He's hurt, but it's
isn't I was going to say, isn't Javon Quinterly there?
No, close though. Devin Askew. Mike.
Oh, the hybrid kid from.
I just realized. Wait, Mike. Villanova starting center is Duke Brennan.
Oh my gosh!
How did I forget that?
Oh my gosh! The Duke is loose. Holy moly, that is amazing!
I totally forgot Duke Brennan is their starting.
Duke Brennan could have been ours too.
Oh my god!
Who do you think Dennis Walsh would rather have, Duke Brennan or Krivas?
Duke Brennan, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, Duke Brennan's going to be huge for them.
I actually am curious. They have a really good point guard too.
Did Duke Brennan get like $2 million or something? Yeah.
Someone told us the price of Duke Brennan. I think we both started just laughing hysterically.
And I said, "Good, get the bag, baby. Get the bag." That's a lot of baggins that he can get in there.
Duke Duke versus Keita. Oh my god.
No, that's big. That's big. That's going to be big. All right, now I think Arizona's backcourt. I think they match up just fine with Florida's backcourt.
I would actually give Arizona. That's where I think Arizona has an advantage. I will take a backcourt of Jaden and Braden over a backcourt of Boogie and Xavier Lee.
See, I don't know the thing with Boogie. Do we know the
good numbers when he was healthy last year, Mike? I mean, his numbers when he was healthy, he was scoring 14 points a game, 5 assists. He didn't shoot the ball great, but
you're a guy that's just all about shooting, though. You're a guy that's just about. So
I'm not wanting it. I'm not falling for that. But he had some
37% from the field. That's good.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's capable.
Kobe Alfield says Arkansas was better when he wasn't playing, though. That is true. I'm just saying.
He's
just saying that. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. Now let's get a couple reads in here. We just went in order there. What was the last read that we had? Because then we're going to get our Cody's back. What was our last read that we had?
Vaginas.
Huh?
The vaginas. Fajitas.
Oh.
You did that before I left.
That's what we're saying. What's the last ad, Cody?
You didn't do anything while I was gone?
We did.
We did tattoos.
We did tattoos. We did tattoos. We did Land the Man. We did what else did we do? Come on.
Green Valley.
But he was here for Green Valley.
We need X, Comfort H, Vac.
Yeah.
We haven't done that one.
Yeah, let's get
RJ's.
Yeah, come on, let's get him going. All right.
First, I'm gonna.
All right. Yeah. All right. Now, 10% off is back. Mention AZ12 when booking. Kobe Field, get in there now. Get entered into a Christmas raffle for a $100 gift card and 6-month filter supply delivered. Winter services and maintenance, emergency repairs, installations, replacements, indoor air quality, mini splits, you name it, they got it. Now, again, Kobe Field, get in there and get out. Listen, even if you don't have an air conditioning, just break it. And say that it was broken so that they'll come in and give you a new one because that's how good they are. Comfort X HVAC is amazing. Check it out. All right. What else we got? Talk to me. Andre Veras, Longview. Look at this guy. Does my nose look like that? Looks like a testicle.
Let me see. Yeah, it does, dude.
I don't think it does. Does my nose really look like that? Well, either way, Longview Insurance and Investments. Now, look at this guy. Look at this strapping lad. Longview. Andre Veras is footing the bill for me because he is the man. But guess what, Sheer? You can give me all the money in the world that you want. But guess what? I'm not going to endorse you. Nice try. Not doing it.
Why? Why would you?
I'm not going to do it, man. Dude,
You can't put a price on dignity.
No, you can't. Exactly. That's basically where it's at. Did you recently change jobs? Let's talk through what your old with your old 401k and learn about your new employer retirement plan. Trying to balance retirement savings with kids' college funds, all that stuff. Give Andre a call. 520-325-3456. Mike knows ball. That is very good. T-Burns 826. Longview. Check it out. Again, not an endorsement, but a recommendation. Cody, mute yourself, please. Thanks.
Yeah. God.
Okay. All right, RJ's Frozen Cactus. Now, go start yourself right now and get a beer. Look at this food. Look at that food right there. Huge parking lot. Huge parking lot. You could park a jet in. Home of the AZ12 watch parties. 100 craft beers plus $2 deals. Pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. No bad seats in the house. No bad seats in the house. Again, Red Hot beer, or Red Hot sports and ice cold beer. Very, very fun place to check it out. Okay, now, all right, now it's time for our picks. This is what you all came for here. You want to make money? We're here to help you make money. All right, what are we doing? Okay, wow. Okay, Virginia and Cal. Now, before the season, Shearer was trying to tell me that Brent Brennan is better than Virginia's coach. I think it's difficult to make that claim.
No, he's been good. He's been good this year.
All right. Cal. Cal's fascinating to me because they recruit guys, but then they end up leaving. I'm going to take Virginia in this game. And when you think of a great ACC matchup historically, you always think of Virginia versus Cal. That's probably the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, I remember growing up watching the ACC with Cal in it. It was, yeah. Who are you picking? Can you name 3 players in this game?
I can name 3 ex-players. Fernando Mendoza.
Whoa.
Yeah, Fernando Mendoza and Isaiah Hunter. I bet you most of those guys couldn't. Most of those people couldn't name that one. And then Virginia. So I'm going. You know what?
Uh-oh.
I'm going Cal.
Wait, what's the record? What's the record going into this week?
Yeah, but that's also fake news.
That's Tim Daniel.
He
gained 2 games on me last week.
What? Yep, exactly. Take that. Yes.
All right.
Okay. All right. So there's all right. So I've gained. You're in a little bit of trouble here. You're on your heels right now. No, 10-1.
No, I'm taking this. I gave you the.
No, I'm gonna go Virginia. Screw that. I got to win these games. I'm going Virginia. We're back in it, baby. We're back in it. We're going Virginia, man.
You piece of crap. You can't. There's no take backs. If you look closely.
Yeah, there.
I'm also going with Virginia.
Okay. All right. There you go. All right. Fine. All right. Now
20, I got 28-24 Virginia. You always forget the score.
Yeah. I'm going Virginia 31. Cal 20.
Ooh, might go Luke.
Yeah, going big.
Okay.
Now, OU and Tennessee. But I am rooting against Brent Venables because I think he's a putz. And I don't think he's a very good coach. I am going Tennessee on this one. I like Heupel. I think Tennessee wins this game. And I think that after the game, I think that Brent Venables talks about all of the coaching success that Lincoln Riley and Bob Stoops had in the Big 12. I am going to go. That was still one of the lamest things I've ever seen a coach say. Something that you had no involvement with and you actually sucked in the Big 12 and you're blaming the Big 12. I'm going Tennessee.
Big 12 made duty all over him. Big 12
yeah, they really did. That was awesome. And I will say that. I will say this. He is I don't think that he'll probably say something like that again.
Probably not.
All right. Tennessee. I'm going Tennessee 31-17.
Why are you going all blowouts?
Blowouts?
I have Tennessee also 31-28.
31-28?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Now, hold on.
Would you take Brent Venables or Brent Brennan?
Oh, Brent Venables. I mean, come on. All right. So, South Carolina.
Wow.
Yes.
No.
Southern Cal against Nebraska. Nebraska's riding high off the hog right now. Crank the hog, baby. I'm going Nebraska in this one. At home, I think they're going to be jacked up, and I think the offensive line. Well, that's a problem. But
I think the offensive line will not be completely terrible.
This could be bad. I'm going Nebraska. I'm not picking against Nebraska. I'm going Nebraska. I am saying, I am going Nebraska 24-21.
You think they're going to score 24 points?
I do.
No, I'm kidding. Listen, I've seen this story before. Coach gets signed to an extension. Mm-hmm. Coach loses 2 days later.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
USC is going to win this game, Mike.
No, I'm sure they will.
24-17.
Yeah. All right. That's fine.
This happens all the time.
I know. You know that. All right. That's fair. Okay. Now we got Vanderbilt in Texas.
Do we know is Arch playing?
It's probably better for Texas if he's not.
No,
he's still questionable.
Cody's kind of.
Yeah. All right. Vanderbilt's a fascinating one for me because didn't you also say that Brent was better than Vanderbilt's coach before the season? I think you did.
Absolutely not. That was Brogan.
That was Brogan. Yeah. Brogan said Vanderbilt's coach is probably going to be the national coach of the year, right?
Or Texas A&M's coach, yeah.
All right. I'm going Vanderbilt in this game, though. I think Texas sucks. I think now our good pal Kobe Altheel believes that Texas would beat almost any team in the country since they're in the
130.
Yeah. I'm going Vanderbilt. They got a good defense. I'm saying Vanderbilt 23-20.
I don't like Texas at all. But I think there's something to be said for playing at home. So I'm going with Texas. I'm not happy about it. I'm not confident with it. 24-21, Texas.
All right, but we're rooting for Vanderbilt, though.
Oh, no, I'm rooting for Texas. I want to be right.
Oh, yeah. Dude, this is going to be – you're so nervous now with that last week.
I am, dude, because I'm clearly better than you at picks, and I opened it up, Ben One Way style, and I let you –
Ben One Way. No, Ben.
I opened it up, and I let you enter the competition, and now I'm pushing you back out.
All right. Oh, wow. Gosh, man. All right. Wow, that's difficult. Wow. All right, cold soup, baby. Cold soup.
You're not allowed in here anymore, Michael.
Yeah. All right. We got Bowling Green against the Bulls. Who are the is
Buffalo,
it Buffalo?
Dude.
Is that Buffalo?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a crappy game that is.
Literal cold. This is a good game.
That's
You name one player on Buffalo.
Oh, definitely
ever.
Not. And I'm proud ever
in the history of Buffalo football.
Yeah, for sure. Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Andre Reed.
I'm going to look this up. Best player in Buffalo college football history. Oh, Mike, how did we not know this? Yeah, honestly, I feel like an idiot now.
Who?
Khalil Mack went to Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, he's good. Yeah, Khalil Mack, good one. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
14 tackles for loss.
And he
finished his college career with the FBS record 75 tackles for loss.
That's good. Yeah, it's Khalil Mack. Hey guys, we know Khalil Mack went there. Stop saying Khalil Mack. We know it.
I don't know if you know this. I'll tell you a little bit about Buffalo.
This is frozen soup, though.
Their quarterback, Mike, your guy, Taquan Robertson.
He's fast.
And Al J. Henderson. That's A-L Henderson.
The traditional spelling of Al J.
And receiver Victor Snow, which is a great name.
Hey, wasn't Victor Cruz from Buffalo? Where did Victor Cruz go? He went to a cold soup school.
He went to I think he went to UMass.
But it was cold soup. Find out where Victor Cruz went. I think he went to
UMass.
He went to UMass. All right, yeah, he's cold. Or that's a cold soup place. I'm going Buffalo in this game. And I'm going 9-7.
-7.
I'm going 9-7, man. I think this is gonna be a tough one.
What's the weather?
Yeah,
It's at Bowling Green.
Is this flying weather? Is this Dennis Walsh weather or no?
Bowling Green weather right now. Oh, it's gonna be rainy. No, it's not gonna be that rainy. It's okay. You're picking Buffalo.
I'm going Buffalo. I'm back in the buff.
Look, I've said this before. I'm a big Bowling Green fan.
You've always been. What are they? The Golden Hawks?
They're the Falcons.
The Golden Falcons. That's right.
My boy Drew Pine, I believe, is back this week.
Scrub is still in college.
I don't know if he's back. But yeah.
Did I tell you I got yelled at when I was at PHNX for a tweet about Drew Pine? Did I ever tell you that one?
You got yelled a lot.
I did get yelled at a lot, yeah, but it was all for stupid stuff. I got yelled at because I said, "Why are ASU fans excited about Drew Pine, dude?"
You were right, though. You were right.
Yeah,
I'm going Bowling Green, 17-13.
All right, this is going to be a big one. We got some tough ones coming up here.
Did you see the stadium yesterday? It was like Missouri State. I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but I was just thinking of Colt soup. They have urinals with no barrier.
Cold soup in it.
Right? And the urinals are facing an open window that looks onto the field.
So I can piss while I'm looking out onto the field?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that the same one that's just a wall?
No. That's Delaware.
You pee into the wall?
Yeah, you pee onto a wall at Delaware, I think.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's a trough, but the trough is like below the wall. Yeah.
Can you imagine all the back spray you're getting on your leg?
I mean,
no, yeah, oh yeah. No, Ben One. Hey guys, we need a favor though from you, because Ben One is going to be on the show.
I'm gonna send you this picture. You could put up a tweet, right, Kobe? Cody.
Yeah.
Cody. All right, I'm gonna put this up real quick. It's really cool. I think we need to talk about it.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. But everybody, I need a favor out of all of you, because Ben One is going to be Ben One's going to be hosting like 3 shows with us on Sunday and Monday. Let's keep all of the Ben One stuff over on this side. All right.
Look, Ben's not watching, but if you see Ben in Vegas, keep the Ben One stuff at a minimum.
At a minimum. Now you can push back No Ben One a little bit, but keep it
You can't push back.
yeah. But yes, let's just leave it there.
Ben doesn't watch the show as well.
Yeah. Ben doesn't watch the show.
Cody, let me know when you have those 2 tweets ready, because I
remember this. Carlos says U of A used to have troughs full of ice. Yes, I do remember that. I remember
Dodger Stadium used to have the troughs, and when I was little, it was the most horrifying thing ever.
You can go in there and you're like, man,
you go into a trough and you're like,
you can go in there and be like, man, my Coke's a little light here. And just kind of scoop some ice out of it. All right.
UCF Baylor. Right. Keep the Ben One jokes at the back door.
Yes, exactly. They can emerge from time to time, but it's like a turtle head. You don't.
Yeah, you better make sure when you use them though, you have protection. That's all I'm going to say.
No, that's exactly. Yes. Now UCF Baylor, BU. I am now listen. Kobe L. Thiel said that Baylor was going to win the Big 12 this year. I think you said that as well.
No. That was Kobe. Kobe definitely.
You guys look terrible with that. Terrible.
Can you name 2 players on Baylor?
Yeah.
No, you can. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. I'm going Baylor in this game, though. I'm back in the buff.
What? That'd be shocking.
Yeah, I'm going back in Baylor. The Golden Bears. I'm going Baylor Golden Bears. I'm going to steal T-Burns. No, I think they're going to be better than that. I'm going 28-14 Baylor. BU in the house.
No way Baylor's only letting up 14 points.
Oh, no, they are, because UCF is going to try to keep this score to a minimum.
Nope. I'm going Baylor as well, but this thing's going to be high scoring.
Do you still think Baylor's going to win the conference or no?
35-31 Baylor.
Yes. Now,
that's a bear.
Now, Joseph, you actually make a rare good point. The boomer generation is totally okay with showing all their stuff. I don't get it. I
went to the bathroom at those troughs when I was younger. I'm not kidding. It was like I'd rather pee my pants at sometimes.
Yeah, dude. We had a gym teacher. Here
it is, Mike. Look at those things. That's Missouri State. Look at that. That's horrifying too.
Oh gosh, that's disgusting. Oh,
show them the wall. Show them the wall, Cody. This one is horrifying. The wall's we're going to go back to picks in a second. Show them the wall.
Let me see this.
Like,
This
I'm
is
not-
why
I'm not-
everybody needs to watch YouTube and not the audio edition. You're missing out on a lot of gold right now.
Okay, let me explain this to you, Mike.
What the hell? It looks like
Let me
a
explain this.
gas chamber.
Yeah, so you pee on the wall, and underneath you see that where like it's sectioned. That's the trough part. So your piss
That-
rolls off the wall into that trough part.
There's a video of someone peeing into it. I don't think we can show it though.
That looks like. Does that not look like Auschwitz?
Yeah, good God.
No, it does. That looks
I
like
have a serious question. When you pee on that wall, the splashback has to be insane.
That's what I just told you, and you poo-pooed it.
Well, I wouldn't poo-poo there either. But
Well,
supposedly,
definitely not yet.
the story is that Delaware tried to get rid of this bathroom and upgrade it, and there was like a student mutiny. Like the students like it.
That's weird, man. That's weird. Did I tell you about my gym teacher
What?
in middle school? So we had
You wanna
shower.
see Mike, for this, do you want to see the video or no?
No, we
Yeah.
can't see a video of a guy peeing.
Yeah, don't show the video. I don't.
Cody's
wanna
like,
see
hey, can I shove porn up here?
Right. Yeah.
Hey man, Ben one white. Who knows?
Yeah. Now it is. Kobe says, I don't think concentration camps had wet floor signs, Mike. That's probably fair. We had.
What with what? What with urine? Oh,
I had a gym teacher that he would in middle school. There was showers in the locker room, and he would literally shower like naked in the locker room, and it was like that's disgusting. And it was funny. I told my dad about it, and my
pretty
dad's
sure
like,
that's illegal.
and my dad told. Well, this was also like in '97, so I don't know if it was illegal then. I told my dad about it, and my dad says, "What's weird about that? I did that all the time." And it's like,
It's pretty crazy what like I had a teacher that washed my mouth out with soap because I said the F word in 4th grade, and they made me go to the bathroom and like drink that pink soap. Can you imagine if a teacher tried to do that now?
oh, that's just I can't even imagine. I can't. Oh, dude, yeah, it wouldn't work.
Go look at the video I just sent you.
Cody sent us porn, basically.
There's nothing in it.
You said it was a guy peeing.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
care about
it's-
that. If we can't, all right, let's get back to picks. All right,
Oh,
Texas
I see.
Tech.
Yeah, the splash is crazy.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that. That's disgusting. Okay, see now Kansas is that Dennis Walsh's gym bathroom. That was funny. All right, now Texas Tech, Kansas State. I think they're going to beat the snot out of the Golden Wildcats. I'm going Texas Tech in this game. I'm not overthinking that one.
Yeah, I'm not overthinking this one either. I think Texas Tech wins. I don't know, 30. I don't know. What do you want, Mike? What score do you want?
I'm going to go.
I'm using TR Burns' score, 31-17.
Dude, I've been stealing. Hey, I've been stealing TR Burns picks, man.
Yeah, I got that one. That one's mine.
Yeah, all right, fine. I'm gonna go 38-13. I think Avery Anderson's gonna suck. Or Avery Johnson. I'm going Texas Tech.
I think if like Delaware sucks, they put the head coach's face, like the fans, on the piss wall.
They should.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Just give me a great idea.
Yeah.
All right,
yes.
all right.
All right. Now ASU Iowa State. Jeff Sims, baby. This is hey, listen. Is the dumbest thing that Dilly ever said was that
Yes.
Jeff Sims is an NFL quarterback?
Yeah, the next time we see Dilly, we're gonna make it.
We have to confront Dilly about this and say, Dilly, you've done a lot of good things, but this is a real.
We actually kind of like you. We can't really admit it, but we kind of like you, Dilly.
Yeah, but Dilly.
That was come on.
Yeah. Oh, I'm stealing T-Birds 826. 28-13, Iowa State. Boom. That actually, I like that pick though. T-Birds 826, man, he should be getting royalties from today. I'm going Iowa State 28-13. I just don't see how ASU scores.
Yeah, I think it's tough for ASU to score in this one. I'll give them. Yeah. I think this could get ugly.
Yeah, we hope it. What time is that game?
10 a.m. So
All right,
you'll be
nice.
sleeping.
Oh, I will not be sleeping. I will. What time's the U of A game? 5?
4.
4. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
When are you gonna
Okay.
text me asking me what channel it's on? Are you gonna wait till
What channel
Saturday
is it on? Do we know?
So I'm not allowed to say this. You think Brett's watching? Is
Brett
Brett?
Grayson?
Brett.
Hopefully, I don't think so because he's in Texas.
It is likely on FS1. If a certain thing happens with baseball, it could move stations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying.
All right. Yeah. I actually watched baseball the other night.
I know you were so proud of yourself.
No, I watched baseball. I fell asleep, but I watched it though. Okay. What are you going
Iowa
with?
State 30, ASU 17.
All right, a win is a win is a win.
I think they get a garbage touchdown.
Okay, yeah, a win is a win is a win. Okay, Utah against Cincinnati. We got the Golden Utes against the Golden Cats.
This spread has skyrocketed, by the way.
I'm going Utah in this game. I think Utah's going to. I think Utah's going to smoke them.
So here's the issue I think we have. I think we're at the point, even though the game is 2 weeks away, that Cincinnati's starting to look ahead to Arizona. And I think that's when you start.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
Yeah. Yeah. So this spread has skyrocketed. It opened up at 7. It's now 10. Cincinnati honestly should have lost to Baylor. They didn't really play that well that game. Utah is going to be all mad and stuff.
Are we sure that Cincinnati's good?
I mean, why wouldn't? Yeah. Are they great? No. Are they good? Yeah. Why wouldn't? Yeah.
All right. Okay. Just wanted to ask.
Are you picking Arizona to beat Cincinnati? Are you laying the ground? Are you laying the pipe?
No, I'm not. I'm on. Well, the front pipe better be working. I'm going Utah though. I think Utah's going to beat the crap out of them. I think Utah's going to be. I think Utah's going to win by 40. Man, I don't want to go that high. I'm going to say 31-20, 31-21 Utah.
I got 35-24 Utah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fine. All right. What else we got? All right. One more. All right.
Red line accountability. So
this
again,
is
the explanation real quick. Red line is the coach that needs to win the game the most in the country.
This is it.
This is it.
This is it. Yeah, this is it. And this is why all eyes are going to be on this game. I don't know why. Why are they going to move it for the World Series? The World Series should move it for the U of A. I'm backing the A in this one, though.
I am too.
I'm saying 27-21 for the A.
Son of a gun, you stole my score. I'm going
to keep your job bowl. Yeah, Matthew Tice. Yeah, I'm going 27.
I'm going 24-13 U of A.
The A, but you're back in the A. All right. You're getting a little nervous, though. I can tell you're getting a little nervous.
Because I moved so much.
Yes, exactly.
Nothing to do with nerves.
All right. Yes. Now, so there's that. All right. That is what we have. Boom. All right. Check it out. Now,
BYU doesn't play.
BYU doesn't play.
Doesn't buy.
Dummy. You moron. Oh, yeah. Joseph. Another week without a Copal real time.
Yeah. Honest. I'm going to say something. Mike's joking about this. I'm not at this moment.
It's kind of crappy. No joking aside.
When someone says that they're going to do something and just doesn't do it. Like, I'll do it tomorrow. Like, my kids do that, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Joseph has told us every day that. When did he text us?
He told us. He said 3 weeks ago he was going to do it. Then 2 weeks.
Then he said earlier in the week, he's like, okay. And then he goes, which one?
Yeah, which one? It's like, yeah, okay, dude. There's only one. Yeah. So he's clearly
Marcus, where are you reffing tomorrow? I'm going to come boo you. Marcus has to ref. Does Marcus have to ref on Halloween?
Yeah, good. I hope he does. Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you dressing up or anything? You going anywhere?
No, definitely.
You always dress up. You want to come hang out with me?
Hey, remember last year when I was with Raquel in San Diego and I forgot? No, and I forgot that it was Halloween, and I kept texting you about all these furries.
You're like, "Shit, is this a furry?" I was like, "Mike, what day of the week it is? Is it?" And you're like, "Oh,
yeah." Okay. I was like, "Oh, dude," I was like, "Why is everyone dressed up as an animal?" And then, so yeah, there's that. Okay.
In reality, the football schedule kind of sucks this week.
Hey, Cody, do we have any more reads? Or are we good?
Did you do Foster Plumbing?
No, we didn't do Foster Plumbing. Back to pipe, baby.
No, we still have some.
I have a story about Foster Plumbing. That's why I asked.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Hop in. Cody, what do you got?
My father-in-law,
nice,
Michael Irons, has a condo by the U of A, and it had a major issue, a major clog.
Right.
And he goes, "Do you know of a plumber?" And I go, "Do I know of a plumber?" What a dumb question that is, Mike. And I said, Foster Plumbing, 10% off when you mentioned the podcast.
Did he use it?
Yep. They snaked the drain. They came. He used it. 10% off. Boom. Bam. Problem fixed very quickly.
Yes. That's the read. That's the read. Foster Plumbing, baby. Back the pipe. Sewer line, coating, water, point repairs. They can do it for you. They are amazing. Danny Foster is the man. We're going to be meeting Danny Foster. He's going to be up in Las Vegas for the game, I believe. So that will be fun. Foster Plumbing. Check it out.
That's good because we know what you do to hotel toilets. So
yeah, no, I'm going to say, hey man, I should just keep him on retainer at that point. Call 520-603-3817.
Where's everyone staying? In the comments, tell us where you're staying.
Yeah, we're at the Park MGM. Yeah, Baggins, baby.
I'm not
Baggins. Now, Baggins is sponsoring Ben White.
Ben One takes Vegas. He's going to take all of Vegas. He told
Ben
us.
One White is taking Vegas. Hide all the good-looking men. Ben One White is taking over this city. All right, Baggins gourmet sandwiches.
It really does look like Ben. That's why it's funny.
That's what's crazy about it.
Yours is pretty good, but that one really looks like
that.
Ben.
Looks like Ben. That looks like Ben to a T. That is an amazing. That is awesome. All right, but either way, use code AZ12 for 15% off. Get the bag, baby. Get the bag. La Jolla, get there. You know what you're doing. You know the drill. Join our VIP text club. Text Baggins to 877-797-0444. Again, every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. Get the cookie. Very good. Steve Williams can be there. Steve Williams is off. Hey, Steve, I expect you to buy me Tanqueray and Henny. We like Steve a lot. By the way, Planet Hollywood. That was.
I was so nervous about Mike's gas problems. I'm staying at a different hotel.
All right, now, but again, you could also be wearing your Not Just a Football School AZ12 podcast shirt.
This is a great timing for this shirt.
This really is. And I think the thing about this shirt, though, as well, is like I keep telling you, they're going to be able to mark a lot of newborn births to this shirt right there, with as exciting as this is. So check it out. Again, az12-podcast-shop, fourthwall.com. Okay. Now. Okay. Now. All right, everybody, go to Little Caesars, my friend. Go to Little Caesars. Code free classic. Free pepperoni pizza with any pizza purchase.
I discussed this with Shelby. I will be ordering Little Caesars tomorrow night.
Good. Excellent. Also, Vegas Falcon, Vegas Video. Thank you. Vegas Video. Find Vegas Falcon on Twitter or DM me on Twitter. We need you to show up to this thing. To our event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now, all right. Everybody, though, go to Little Caesars. Now, we're going to be back with you tomorrow. Normal time. You guys are awesome. All right. On that note, though, for the great Sean Keeler, that guy is the man, a leader.
That was fun.
Yeah, that guy's great. Yeah, that guy's way more humble than I would have been, too. Yeah. So either way, Sean Keeler, Skier, I'm merely Mike Luke. We'll be back with you tomorrow. You've been listening to the AZ12 podcast.